morning, everybody. Welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading for, what is it? It's Tuesday, December what? 10th? December 10th, 2024. Let's see what we have going on for today. I'm using the Luna edition of the Ethereal Visions Tarot today. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope the readings have been useful, or at least fun, up until now. If you like these readings and you like my style, please subscribe and comment and like the video and share it if you feel it would be useful for someone else. Oh, okay. This one's having a little trouble. Let's see. Four of Swords. All right. Four of Swords to start off. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit further. Four of Swords is about putting something to rest, letting something go. And I think that that's an apt theme for right now. There's definitely themes of letting things go pretty profoundly in the energy around us. Going for that middle pile. All right, so let's deck. Cool. Four of Swords, Three of Cups. All right, chances are there are some different ways you can read that. The Seven of Cups. Okay, that clarifies that for me. All right, so what I would have said prior to the Seven of Cups coming out would be putting something to rest and allowing yourself to celebrate, because this season brings the opportunity for actually letting yourself kind of relax into togetherness and celebration, but it also comes with a fair amount of stress. However, the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups here, there's definitely the triangulation theme again. So it's putting something to rest having to do with confusion or multiple options that you've had or multiple options that someone else has had that has caused any form of stress or confusion in your immediate experience. It seems that there's some clarity coming forward. I am going to try and work with the sound a little bit to kind of eradicate the cars driving by, but please, my apologies if it's loud. Okay. The Nine of Wands, the Fool, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So the leap is really about getting past the self-protective mechanism. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, as in you should not be protecting yourself. I mean this in the sense of we're coming to the end of the point in our lives, in our experience, in our collective experience, where isolation and self-protection may no longer be the best possible option for moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune tells me this is the end of whatever the themes are for each of us that have been prevalent for many years now. Whatever the overarching emotional state or struggle that you've been working on, all of that is changing. So the leap for me, because the Fool is looking directly at the Nine of Wands, the leap is really about whether or not we will choose to free ourselves from this confusion that we've been experiencing for a really long time. It may be a lot having to do with self-trust as well. Yeah, Ten of Wands, putting down a burden, carrying a burden that's not yours. Yeah, the Three of Swords, and then the Empress. Okay, so the cycle that seems to be ending today, or the themes that keep coming out today, have to do with putting down the burden of the heartbreak that wasn't yours to begin with. And that could be themes from family relationships. It could be themes from partnerships. But there's definitely a pattern here that seems to be closing out. And obviously with swords, it's mental. So the physical reality is requiring you to rest, get past your confusion, work on your your self-protective defenses, and let the cycle end. The mental aspect here is putting down the burden that you've been carrying, putting down the false belief, putting down the thing that's hampering you expressing yourself fully and authentically. The Three of Swords is a mental card. So while, yes, it can signify heartbreak, it can also signify the heartbreak we do to ourselves over and over again. It's the mental torture. It's the how do we see past these repetitive beliefs or thoughts and allow ourselves to embody this fullness and creativity and joy that the Empress represents? But that's the signal, you know. The thing about heartbreak is it tends to open us up. It tends to free us from that burden. So on some level, there's this potential here to meet an old heartbreak or to meet the part of yourself um, that mentally hashes and rehashes something painful um, in an effort to finally end that cycle so that we can be what we are actually here in that Empress energy, in that fullness and abundance and joy. Yeah. Ending that 10 of swords. See, the thing with the tens, especially the swords and the wands, because those are the tens that seem to be quote unquote negative, you know. The thing about both of those is that they're the end of the cycle. The 10 of swords represents the end of the self-inflicting wounding or self-inflicted wounding. So there are definitely themes here about not beating yourself up, about not putting yourself in the same positions as before, about not holding yourself to standards that aren't about you. You know, all the ways in which we trick our minds into believing that we aren't worthy of something, you know. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, wish granted. And then the Six of Swords, movement away from the difficulty, movement away from the cycle. Those swords, again, mental things, self-concepts, belief systems, ideas. So we're moving to smoother waters, which it may not seem like we are. And on some level, collectively, I think a lot of people are afraid that we're moving into a more tumultuous time. But these readings over and over and over again say that that's not what's going to happen. Yeah, you know, or not what's in the works, or not what we're working on. We are working on smoothing out the difficulty, not the other way around. But to smooth out the difficulty, we have to see it. We have to be presented with it. We have to admit to it, deal with it. We have to let go. So to get to that Six of Swords, to get to that Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment, we have to stop hurting ourselves out of beliefs that weren't ours to begin with. So today may bring up something that you thought you let go of, that is still has remnants in your field or in your mind, that need to come up and out. Those remnants need to be put away, resolved once and for all, so that you can finally take the leap to end this pattern, whatever the pattern is for you. It's funny because the pattern ending moments that have come over the past few months have all been sort of cumulative in a way, at least in my experience and the experience of the people I'm working with directly. I've noticed quite a bit of endings, one ending after another. I would say the only thing here that is important, or maybe the overarching theme that's important as far as I can see, is being aware of what is you and what isn't you with that Ten of Wands. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. And if you're shown who you are and you resist it, it will come back bigger and bolder next time so that you can't ignore it. So better to know now, yes? All right. Well, let's see. Let me pull another three. Yeah, Four of Cups, Moon, and the Ace of Cups. Yes. Okay, so the Four of Cups, the dream, the thing that's being presented that doesn't seem to fit. It's funny how sometimes the thing we actually want comes in a package we can't acknowledge or admit to or recognize. The moon kind of echoes that Seven of Cups with that murky path, that needing to lead by intuition. But your heart knows. Our hearts know. Our hearts know what's right. So follow it. And let everybody else do whatever they're going to do. Worry about yourself. And worry about your own beliefs. And worry about whether or not you're living in alignment with who you are. And then when the offer of fulfillment comes along, you'll know whether or not it's for you. That Ace of Cups is a confident, receptive, emotional offer. So there is openness on its way. There is love on its way. There is fulfillment on its way. We are creating it right now. The Empress and the Ace of Cups in one reading, that's pretty clear to me. You have to let the old patterns and anxieties and realities go. If you are cycling, if you still believe that you're alone, then you're missing the point. All right. Well, I like this. I like this mostly because it shows transition. It shows actual growth and the let go. That Four of Swords right at the beginning. I think we're ready. We're ready for this. All right. I like this. I will see everybody the next time. Probably tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good day. All right. See you soon.